Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Steve, coming to you from Beijing in China. Now today is the 16th of January 2017, and I really hope that you guys are off to a phenomenal start to the new year as well. And especially for those of you who are, you may be looking to kind of take action in something new, a new opportunity, or to really start something and really make the most of this year, whether it's like financially or whether it's something personally for you. Now, for me, I've personally been striving to live a laptop lifestyle, which I have been doing so whilst being here in China. It's a place, a country I've always loved since the age of 6. I was looking up to, at that time, Bruce Lee was my inspiration. And then I've kind of financially worked my way through to kind of get to where I want to be. And I've always said to people, it's not, there's not always about fixating on how much money you're making. It's about what you're doing with that money. And so for me, it's more about, trying to strive and live the lifestyle that I really want to try to achieve for myself. And, just really try to make the most of it, because there's so many, like we said, maybe 2016's gone quite fast. Or, lately things are just going much faster than we could imagine, right? So we're trying to live and achieve things in a way that really make the most of it for us or for whoever we're trying to achieve that for. So, take this, for example, like this money-making opportunity, which is phenomenal, by the way. I mean, I'm going to show you guys exactly my results quite soon. But honestly, this is just something that's really going to start changing things around for myself and in the future for my family as well, because I'm really going to set this up in a way that really provides stability for the long run. And it's really important that we look for companies that provide that stability long term. There's like HIP sites, HYIP. You may have been caught up in those before, where these sites are like offering you back like really high percentage earnings, like ridiculous amounts, like 500% in one day or a few days or even a week, 500% returns. And these are literally set up to scam you, so some people, they might get paid, but literally within a few days, a few weeks, or within a few months, they literally burn out so fast that they just end up scamming you out of your hard-earned money, and it's ridiculous. I've lost thousands, but I've also learned from those mistakes as well. So it's really important that you guys take those things, like take those failures into consideration, learn from those mistakes, and just move forward and adapt to something that is built and structured with a business sense. So what I want to show you guys right now is an advertising company that basically have a bonus in terms of like an earning opportunity for you guys as well. So just sit back, watch this video. I'm just going to show you what this company is actually about and how it has changed my life, and then I'm just going to show you my results as of today. So just sit back and I'll talk to you real soon. Now, before I show you my current progress in MPA, I just want to quickly explain for those of you who don't quite know what My Paying Ads is all about. So basically, they are an advertising company that provide a share of revenue to paying advertisers, and they have various advertising options available, but in order to benefit from making money with advertising, you just simply purchase an ad pack, and in return you get back 120% of your earnings. Or in other words, you'll gain a 20% profit for every ad pack purchased. So, think of it like this. I'm an online marketer who is in need of quality advertising in order to promote my website or business that I have to offer. I decide to join a professional and very stable RevShare company which offers multiple advertising services. Then from here, I can then purchase advertising that is suitable to my needs, or I'm also able to greatly benefit from purchasing advertising and earning some revenue from the company. So essentially, I'm being paid to advertise my own stuff, and this is really amazing. I'm telling you right now, this has changed my life drastically. I've been able to buy 2 really amazing dogs. I'm living a laptop lifestyle whilst living abroad in China, and it's all thanks to this company for helping me to achieve that lifestyle. There's very few RevShare companies like this that take their business seriously and are structured for long-term growth. I'm not talking about months, I'm talking about years. and my paying ads have never missed out on a payment in over 18 months. They pay out 7 days a week and have currently paid out over $16 million to advertisers, which is just a crazy amount, as you can imagine. And one thing you should know is that my paying ads greatly improve its returning customer rate. So, just like with any business, a returning customer is far better than a one-time customer. So that's one of the reasons why it's important to have professional services that deliver, and having an attractive offer or service to support the greater gain for the company and its members. And my paying ads does exactly that. I honestly think that you'll love this. So before you sign up and give it a try, I want to show you my current progress from today, right now. Okay guys, so what we're currently looking at here are stats from about a week ago or so. It's technically about 8 days, but we're looking at roughly sort of a week ago in terms of my progress inside this company as well. So as you can see just along here, my stats as of last week were standing at 220 referrals. I just want to say a massive thank you to a lot of you guys, especially lately, like through Facebook messages and so on. I've been trying to answer a lot of your questions as well. Even people who have actually already signed up, and not with me, they maybe joined someone else, or some people who've joined directly with the company and they don't really have anyone to look up to, or even their sponsors not answering them, which I find a bit ridiculous. What's the point in recruiting and getting people on your team if you're not going to bother to help them? But for me, I personally reach out to, as much as possible, really. Like I'll send you a basic welcome email, and then, you guys can reach out to me if you have any questions. And if I can't answer those specifically through like a text message, then I'll make a video directly for you, just to make sure that it's personally really clear. So, I think a lot of my referrals, especially the active guys as well, a lot of you are really happy with inside the system. I've actually had 2 guys this week. One guy's very interested in putting a startup of like $2,500. Another guy last week was interested in starting up with $1,000, and then another guy is also interested in starting up with $2,000. Now, don't necessarily think I need like huge amounts of money. The thing is, I think it's always important is that you get started sooner rather than later, and then you can kind of get an idea of how this kind of like this business model works if it's completely new for you, or just to really start seeing the potential as this goes. Because as you start working your way through the system, and I'll talk to you a little bit about compounding your earnings inside the system, things start to grow very, very quickly, and your progress with inside the company actually starts, making a lot of great results. And you'll see that in the official Facebook group as well. You'll see a lot of people's progress. They say like they started with X amount and now they have like huge amounts, and everyone's very happy. Everyone's very like encouraging in terms of your progress with inside the company as well. So massive thumbs up. Those are the referrals as of last week. Active ad packs at this time was 415. Now what I've been doing quite lately, I've been taking out quite a substantial amount of money. During December, it was a very heavy month for me. I had to pay off a lot of different things, and then it kind of basically sort of drained me out. So kind of like starting January, I've started taking out maybe about $100 per day. Taking out more than I should really, but it's just to kind of get myself back on track, and to kind of get the stability that I need so that I can continue to keep moving forward. Fortunately, this company can allow me to do that. And I'm telling you guys, when you start progressing with inside this company, it's not always about making the money every single day. It's not just money. It's about certain situations in your life which you might need financial support in. So, you might have some certain bills to pay off. And, I personally hate asking for money, but I appreciate the offers and stuff like maybe my family tend to offer me. But when it comes to like business and stuff like that, it's kind of like down to your perspective, right? Or whether it's a personal matter. I personally don't like asking for money. So when I've got a company like this allows me to take money and really support myself where I really need that support. Whether it's to do with like paying bills off, or food and stuff, taking care of my dog and stuff like that. So there's just many different things that can really make a huge difference in my life. And like I said, I'm not always earning like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, but at that same time, I've got that financial support as and when I need it. And that's probably something that you might be looking for as well. It's not always like, I just want to start making X amount each month or whatever the case might be. You might just say, I just need that extra money to pay off my gas or my petrol bills or something like that for like my car or something like that. Just anything that you can think of personally. These are the kind of situations that can really help you out. And considering that we're in January now, if you guys get started now, you're going to see a lot of progress as the months go by, and then like come sort of the middle of the year or sort of later in the year, you're going to start seeing real phenomenal results regardless of how much you actually get started with. So you're going to progress a lot with inside this company. Now what you can see here, look at these ad pack earnings, guys. $39,100. So like every single hour, basically these earnings are constantly moving. And every time I'm making these kind of videos to really sort of spread the message out to these people, these earnings are always changing. So $39,100, and then the number's just going to keep going up and up and up and always keep changing. And the good thing about that is that when those ad pack earnings keep going up, the more financial support that I'll start achieving for myself as well. And the closer I get to achieving my income goal inside this company. Now, the maximum you can withdraw from this company is $200 per day. So my goal is to try and max out this system. And then once I've maxed it out, for the guys who are on my team, if you want to join me, I'm going to start sharing my commissions with you guys as well. Because they're kind of, they do have some importance, but they're not really as much use to me. So what I'm starting to think about doing is start spreading out those commissions with you guys so that you can really start to speed up your progress or whatever income goals that you have. You might just start small, so maybe it's like $10, $25, and then you start working your way up, $50 per day, $100 per day, or you might even just be trying to push out for $200 per day. So when you really try to push yourself and start maxing out this system, you're really going to start seeing huge potential, not just within the company itself, but within like a personal life perspective as well. Because I think we can all agree that we would all love that financial stability. Whatever we're trying to achieve for ourselves, there's this thing like, where people say money doesn't make you happy. Technically, I don't really agree with that, because you need money for stability. And if you have that stability, then you can provide a lot more joy and happiness to other people around you as well. If you're a selfless person, if you think more about other people, think about how you can help those people in different ways if you already have that financial support to help them. So I personally think it's really important to find financial stability, whether it's for personal gain or whether it's for someone else. You probably, maybe you've got family and stuff around you as well that you also want to help, but just focus on yourself, focus on your progress, and you're really going to start seeing some really phenomenal results inside this company. Now, this was last week, so we're just going to just jump in, and I'm just going to quickly show you the stats, because of the video I showed you was just a little outdated. So just take a look at this, guys. So the current members inside the system here, so that's 244,000 members, or 244,947 members inside my paying ads already. So you can see, like, this isn't just kind of like a new thing and people are just sort of just kind of like, just sort of checking this thing out. There's so many people in here, and you go into the Facebook group, there's so much positivity in there. They're constantly paying out, and you can see this, guys. Look at this. We're looking at, let me try and work this out actually. So that's $26 million, $990,951. That is a huge amount of money, and they're paying this out every single day. Not $26 million a day, that would just be insane, right? But they're making payouts every single day, 7 days a week. So this is just really, really phenomenal. Now let's go and take a look at my current results. So I just want to show you this thing up here, this Alexa rank here. So last year, the company were probably above 10,000. So if you think about sites like Google or Amazon, something like that, they're probably going to be ranked at like number one, number two. You know, they're very highly populated sites, probably like the best, or not the best, but the highest ranked populated sites. So, you know, very, very low numbers. Now, this company was ranked somewhere between sort of just over 10, 12,000 something last year. And now progress has been going constantly ever since we kind of kick-started this. So, you know, the Alexa rank now, as you can see, is 2,974, which is just phenomenal. And as this number gets lower, the popularity within this company just keeps on expanding, keeps on growing, and everything is just going to be literally kind of be just swept off your feet. And it really provides a lot of stability for the company long term. You know, I'm all about sort of longevity. I've learned from my experiences, you know, just trying to like, how can I make really, really quick money, that kind of thing. You know, to be honest, it does exist, but you have to really know what you're doing. You can't just get caught up in the hype, because if we get caught up in the hype, then we're most likely to set ourselves up for failure the moment we put that money in. You know, and I've lost thousands and thousands last year, guys. It was just really heartbreaking stuff. But I'm just trying to learn from those mistakes and stick to something that is solid and is structured for long term. So, you know, if you stick with this, you're going to really start to see the progress that this can really provide for you. Now, let's go and take a quick look at my results. So, as we can see along here, referrals right now is 244. So, honestly, a massive thank you to a lot of you guys who have been signing up with me. I'm pretty much guessing that you guys have been watching my videos and decided to join with me. And I've got a lot of messages through Facebook recently as well. Some of you like really appreciative of the videos, and you know, although they're not very like how-to kind of videos, because actually in the Facebook group they have a lot of that stuff for you already. So it's kind of more of about maybe a lot of people can resonate with me, and maybe the same for you as well. So if you feel like you think, oh, you know, maybe this guy's fine, you know, maybe he's pretty cool and he's very responsive. And I'll tell you, I will be responsive as well. So if you guys have got questions, leave some questions in the YouTube comments or add me on Facebook, so we can constantly keep each other up to date in terms of progress. Or like I said, if you need, if like text information isn't enough for you, then I'll go and personally create a video for you, just to show you that, or just to kind of get those questions solved that you need solving for yourself, really. Okay, so I'm personally all down and up for that. And then, like I said, once I've maxed out this system, I'll figure out a way to share my commissions with you guys as well, so you can also speed up your own progress and achieve the income goals that you want for yourself as well. So again, just a massive thank you to a lot of you guys, especially over the last week, who have been signing up. So yeah, honestly, I'm really, really happy that you guys have chosen to kind of follow in my footsteps. And I can already see that a lot of you, a lot of the action takers have already started to see how much potential this really has. Like I said, there's a few people already interested in putting a few thousand in to get to really start pushing to achieve their income goals. Their income goals might be higher than yours, but whatever the case is, even if you have a low amount, you know, we're all going to get there eventually. So you stick with the system, you compound your earnings and build with inside the system, then your earnings are just going to keep growing and growing and growing very, very quickly. Now, because I'm withdrawing all the time, my progress is kind of relatively slow. But there was a time where my progress was actually really, really high. And my daily earnings inside the system was like maybe $300-400 per day inside the company. So my actual earnings inside the system was growing really, really fast. And you guys can get there too. And you're going to see like really, really like how fast things really start to pick up. So honestly, this is something you definitely want to get yourselves involved in. And it's definitely going to be exciting. Now look at this active ad packs here. Like I said, it's gone down quite a bit, just because previous ad packs have been expiring. But again, I'm taking out a bit more than I should do, just to kind of get myself back on track. And then, you know, kind of maybe come February sometime, I'm just literally just going to stick to compounding as much as possible. You know, maybe sort of withdrawing on the weekends, and then like the rest of the week I'll just compound with inside the system and really start to build this up and scale, and you'll see that progress along the way. What I want to show you, some guys might have some questions about the kind of value of what 405 ad packs might look like. So I'm just going to show you this calculation here. Now, what we can see here is just a rough estimator. There's by all means no guarantees whatsoever. Just take this into consideration as an estimator only, okay? So we're currently looking at these active ad packs here. So 405, which is reflecting to mine. And you can see here, daily profit share earnings. So right now, inside MPA, for my progress, I'm actually earning about $185 per day, which is just incredible. So, you know, for example, if I have, I don't know, I've got a birthday coming up, or, you know, I need to pay off a bill, something like that, or whatever that case might be, you know, I can just leave without withdrawing anything or without buying ad packs for that day. I can just kind of wait, you know, set myself back a day and just wait and do nothing. Then tomorrow morning, I'm going to have 185 or a bit more than 185, and then I can just withdraw that money, and then I've got it there and then to support myself with that financial need as and when I need it. So this is something that you want to take into consideration for yourself, and kind of think of the ways about how this sort of money can really help you out long term as well, because there's going to be times, you know, right now you might have a stable job or something like that, and, you know, something's going to turn around at some point, and, you know, maybe it's not just you, maybe a family member or something, and they're going to say, you know, can you really help me out? And you might not be in a position to do that, you know, especially with people with families as well, because you're not just concentrating on yourself anymore. You know, you've got other people to think about and care about as well. So I personally think more about the value of money for about how you can use it at times when you need it. So it's not just always about building money on a daily basis. It's about how can I use that money to benefit myself, you know, to live a laptop lifestyle like I'm doing, or how can I use it to pay off certain things, you know. So just take that into consideration, because this is going to do really amazing things for you in the future, and you're going to see that positivity continue to grow with inside here. And I'm not just making a couple of videos, I'm nearly making videos, not recently, but I'm trying to do as many videos as possible to spread the word out to you guys. Obviously, the sooner I get there, in terms of maxing out the system, the sooner I can help you guys out with my commission earnings as well. You know, and it might be small to start off with. I might just say, you know, I'll just give you $50 or $100, something like that, you know, just really kind of help speed up your progress. And then we'll kind of just work things out, and then you're going to see real progress inside the system. I know I keep talking about the same kind of things, but honestly, this is really amazing. And this is something that's been helping me out for many months. I moved to China in May 2016, and it's been literally a roller coaster in life. You know, there's certain things and certain losses, and unfortunately, but it's just part of life, you know. But we continue to grow and we keep moving forward, and that's one of the best things about this. And MPA has been around through all of that. So this is something I'm really looking up to, and I'm really excited to be sharing with you guys as well. So last thing I want to show you is my current ad pack earnings. Check this out, guys. Now we're at $40,574. $40,000. I'd never think in my mind that I would ever see like this kind of money. It's just ridiculous. And this thing just keeps on growing. Like I said, it continues growing every single hour, every single day, and every single week. This is just keep growing. And you know, when you start seeing those earnings yourself, you're going to start becoming really excited. And basically, when you see those earnings getting higher, that basically means that you are getting so much closer to reaching your own income goals. So that's it for kind of this video. I'm just kind of showing you my progress inside the company as of right now. But if you guys are interested in joining, don't hesitate to ask me any questions. I've left you a link just below this video to my Facebook. So hit me up on Facebook if you need to. You know, send me a friend request, and then if you've got any questions, by all means ask. And if you are interested in joining, specifically with me, I've got this kind of little video just to show you right now about how you can join. and then I'll be in touch with you guys. So until then, stay awesome, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, so the best way for you to join will be to, once you finish watching one of my videos, what you're going to want to do is just to come down here, and where it says join with me here, I'm going to give you a direct link. If you click on show more, I'm also going to give you another link to my Facebook. So if you guys have got any questions, or you just want to reach out to me or anything like that, don't hesitate to contact me on Facebook as well. But for now, we're just going to click on this link here. And right now it's going to take me to the home page. Okay, so the very first thing you're going to want to do is on the top right hand corner it says sign up. So once we click on this, it's now going to take me to the registration page. Now this is crucial. The very first thing you're going to want to check is that the sponsor says Steve in China. Okay, if it doesn't, if it says someone else's name, or it has NPA admin, which is a default, what you need to do is to click on change, and then simply type in Steve in China, and then you can change it from there. This is crucial because a lot of people have been signing up under NPA admin and they can't change it once you've registered. So it's very important that you make sure it says Steve in China before, because once you guys are on my team, I'm going to be helping you every step of the way, and once I've maxed out the system, I'm going to be sharing some of my commissions with you guys as well. So it's just to help you progress and develop in my paying ads as we go along. Okay, so just make sure that says Steve in China, and then we're all good. Now the next lot of fields you need to fill out are just very basic, like your names, email, username, and your password. Okay, so once everything is filled out from here, agree to the terms and conditions and then register. Then you're going to get go through the normal process, email confirmation stuff, and so on and so forth. Then once you've done that, we need to go back to the home page and to log in. Okay, so let me just add the captcha code in here. Log in. Now every time you log in, you're always going to see a login ad. These are very, very popular. I was going to pay for one, but then I didn't realize it's booked up until maybe 3 months ahead. So people are paying for these. They're paying maybe $200 at a time for their login ads. So they're very, very popular. So we're just going to wait for this to, just before this video loads, I'm just going to wait for this timer to count down. Okay, so right now you're at your dashboard along here. I mean, it might be a little bit overwhelming to begin with, but the very first thing you're going to want to do is, again, just check my sponsor says Steve in China along here, and then it will give you my email address as well. So if you need to contact me through email, by all means contact me through there. But like I said before, contact me on Facebook, because I'll be more than happy to assist you on there as well. Now, the very first thing you're going to want to do, on your left hand side, you're going to want to select account activity, and then click on profile. Now you can fill out some basic information here, like your name. I mean, your name is essential anyway, but the very most important thing is your payment processor. Okay, so what you're going to want to do, you can select from Payzer, Solid Trust Pay, Perfect Money, Coin Payments, and To Pay For You. PayPal is a temporary payment processor because when the funds were frozen before, they had to shift over the payments from PayPal. So we no longer use PayPal because honestly, it's just a headache. And no other RevShare uses PayPal anymore because they're very wish-washy, and we don't necessarily want that in a business anyway. So, I mean, personally, I'm using Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's a win-win, and I think probably the other popular payment processors will be Payzer and Solid Trust Pay. So by all means, select one of these, set these up, and make sure that your preferred payment processor is also selected. Okay, so once that has been selected and you've made the payment processor secure to yours, you can just go through and add any other information if you need to. Personally, I haven't done so, but what you can do after that is move on to purchase an ad pack, and then it will take you through the stage. So once you purchase an ad pack, you can let me just bring you along here. So it's basically going to explain the plan. So you've got your plan 1, your plan 2, and the credits that you can earn from your advertising as well. Okay, so once you've done that, you need to set up a new banner ad. So before you can buy an ad pack, you're going to want to set up some banners. Okay, so you can have a maximum of 10 along here. So once you set these up, what you're going to want to do is then buy an ad pack. Don't want to add clicks. You want to buy an ad pack because that ensures that you have revenue share earnings when you've earned your initial 100%. So basically, each ad pack that we purchase, we get back 120%. So what you want to do is select buy ad packs. I'll just give you a quick example here. And then we can select a purchase. So on my plan Force, which is a $50 ad pack. And then you'll go through some banners up along here. And then it's pretty much simple from there. I mean, you'll select your payment processor. It will take you through how to pay for that. And then it will just go from there, to be honest. So, you know, by all means, if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask me on Facebook. This honestly, guys, this is very simple and you're going to enjoy this so much. So, like I've said before, it's much better to get started sooner rather than later. So until then, stay awesome and I'll talk to you soon.